Rescue crews are still scrambling to get to survivors today in eastern Kentucky, where devastating floods have already claimed at least 16 lives, including children. Heavy rains brought catastrophic flooding to that state, destroying homes and washing away roads. Governor Andy Beshear says the death toll is going to go a lot higher, and hundreds of Kentucky families are going to lose everything. This is Sheriff Joe Engel in hard-hit Perry County.
The damage is just, it's unlike anything I've ever seen. I think it's unlike anything that any of us has ever seen. And these communities are nearly, some of them's impossible to get to. The entire road system has been just washed away. The total infrastructure has been annihilated. I mean, we've lost electric, we've lost water.
For more, we're joined by Michael Mann, the Distinguished Professor of Atmospheric Science at Penn State University and author of the book, The New Climate War. We were supposed to have someone on the ground reporting, actually, on this, and we're not able to get them out of there. Look, Michael, a week doesn't go by now when there isn't a devastating example of the deadly power of a changing climate. And it goes beyond just in the last 24 hours, what we've seen in Kentucky. Last night, the famed Las Vegas Strip, it looked like a river. There was a rare thunderstorm that triggered flash flooding. Is the impact of climate change escalating really quickly now, or does it just feel that way?
Yeah, Chris, I'd like to say it's good to be with you, but frankly, we almost never have good news to talk about. And here we're given yet another reminder that the climate crisis is deadly. We're seeing the loss of human lives as a result of the amplification of these devastating extreme weather events, the heat waves we've been dealing with this summer in the mid section of this country, on the east coast of the country, while we get more historic wildfires out west, and then these deadly floods. It's a reminder that climate change isn't a far-off threat. It's impacting us now. And as you allude to, there are some consequences, some impacts of climate change that are actually playing out faster and with greater magnitude than we predicted, say, just a decade ago. And so the critics love to point to scientific uncertainty as if it's a reason for inaction. But when it comes to these extreme weather events, these deadly weather extremes that we're seeing play out in real time, what we're seeing actually exceeds what we predicted. And so uncertainty isn't our friend here, and this is yet another reminder.
I want to bring in, because we have him now, we've reestablished the signal, Jesse Kirsch, who is in Jackson, Kentucky. How are things looking there, Jesse?
Well, Chris, this is a neighborhood. And I can talk about this endlessly, but I think the image speaks for itself. This is a home right here that is about halfway submerged, and the man who lived here, I say that in the past tense because I can't imagine that he's going to be able to live there again, says that this home is normally about 20 feet up on an embankment. So we're looking at, according to this gentleman, about 20 feet of water that has risen. And this is supposed to be the street in a neighborhood. There's a baseball diamond back there. I took a look from overhead. Underwater, and I'm going to bring you over here real quick. We're going to have Jason, our photographer, pan over, and you can see this. We're looking at 50+ yards of water over here. There is a current, and again, this is not a river. The river is supposed to be along that tree line, according to the gentleman we spoke with, but this is supposed to be street. And again, we're talking about upwards of 20 feet of water that he says in some areas over here. It looks like the water is starting to recede slightly, but as you alluded to, we're having all kinds of communication issues out here as well. So people are potentially not able to get access by phone to help. So we've seen helicopters going through the area. I've seen at least 2 people in this neighborhood who are still there. They weren't shouting out for help or anything. This one person who lives over here, we're told, was just staying in the home to be with her pets. And up the road, we met a couple that's living on the 2nd floor. Their 1st floor had waist-deep water, they said, but they're staying there. They've had the power the whole time, so the 2 of them and their dog are staying in the home. But that's the situation here, and this is just one town, of course, that is part of this entirely devastated area in the eastern part of Kentucky. And here in Jackson, officials are also keeping an eye on a dam about a quarter mile from where I am right now that had some activity around it, and so they're keeping a close eye on that and have evacuated the floodplain. That's dozens of homes as well as a church, a school, and businesses. They're trying to make sure they can get people out of harm's way. But the last point I want to hammer home here is you look at everything we're seeing here, according to some of the people we've talked to in the area, the worst of the flooding here in Jackson occurred yesterday evening. And the reason that's significant is because we were talking about the overnight flooding Wednesday into yesterday morning. And the governor was talking midday about, right, the potential for severe death here in Kentucky and expecting double-digit deaths. That's all before things got even worse in this part of the state. So this appears to have been a domino effect that went on for hours beyond that initial flash flooding, Chris.
Jesse, thank you so much for your reporting. You and your crew stay safe. So, Michael, as you look at that, this new bill, the climate bill that's in the hands of Congress, $369 billion for climate issues, how much would it help?
Yeah, so we're experiencing some whiplash here because what we've just seen, the scenes that we just watched, indicate the devastating consequences that climate change is having. A warmer atmosphere holds more moisture, so you get larger amounts of rainfall. And as the segment there alluded to, these weather systems tend to be very persistent. They stick around longer than they used to, and we think that relates to the way climate change is changing the behavior of the jet stream. And so you get the compound effect of days upon days of rainfall and these unprecedented flooding events we're seeing. That's the bad news. The negative consequences, the dangerous and deadly consequences, are playing out in real time. But we juxtapose that with what has happened over the past few days, where we've gotten, some good news. It looks like we are on the verge. It hasn't happened yet, but it looks like we are on the verge of passing historic climate legislation. It won't solve the problem. It won't get us quite to where we need to be, but the proposed legislation will probably reduce carbon emissions by just under 40% by 2030. That comes very close to meeting our obligations of a 50% reduction. And if we can meet those obligations as the world's largest historical polluter, then that brings China and India and other countries to the table. That's where we start to see the global policy advance that we need here.
Maybe some of the countries who signed on to the Paris Peace Accords might actually ante up and get to where they said they would be. Michael Mann, thank you so much. I'm sure, though, we'll see you again soon.